handheld games. There's something special and magical about them because you just need the device itself to play anything you want anywhere. Throughout those years they have improved vastly, and I have really great memories, especially with my PlayStation Vita. However, things have changed vastly, and you probably question yourself, what do we play right now? Well, our phone. This might seem to be a weird choice for some people, but we cannot deny that mobile games have become popular over the last few years, especially gacha games. Of course, the gamble system of the game itself might not be something for everyone, but many people, including myself, really enjoy them. If you're actually new in this genre, then here would be some tips what kind of gacha game you should look out for. I'm not saying the game itself, I'm just telling you what to look for if you're actually finding for yourself for a new game, so here we go. The joy of gambling. Something that makes us always happy if we get lucky, and also sad if we don't. But in the end, it's something that we enjoy the most out of gacha games. It is very likely that you choose a game where you pull the highest rarity unit quite often. However, it's not really rare that we'll hear that there exists something called power creep in gacha games, which basically means that your old units will become totally useless once the new meta units have been released. The most important thing is that the old units that used to be good are still in the pool, but they are totally useless now because of the new cards, which can be really frustrating, especially if you spent tons of money back then. Other gacha games on the hand rather have a really low percentage for high rarity units, but once you get them you can still use them till this date. So what would you rather have? A game where you can pull multiple SSRs that turn useless sooner or later, or a game that has a horrifying gacha system, but if you do manage to get something, you know you can use it for a very long time, or even till this day. The choice is yours to make. It really depends on the community itself and how invested they are actually into the game. In example, the Dokkan Battle community is quite huge, but they mostly just talk about the game. Or actually even just stupid memes that some people still think it's funny to post even though they are repetitive and dying right now. The same goes for the Fire Emblem Hero communities, a great community that is really huge that actually talk more just than the game. And it can be fun to read, but still posting memes that are kinda dying, I guess. On the other hand, the Fate Grand Order community, in example, talk more about just than the game. They actually talk more Fate related stuff than the game itself, is what I noticed. And hell, the community even itself has its own idol called Mafia-san, Nobunaga, the voice actor of Dante and Arjuna, and some other ones that are quite well known. This might seem small, but they are actually a huge influence towards the community. Because of them, some people actually really like the game, and those stars themselves play the game themselves and actually like to talk about it on live streams. In example, the last Epic of Remnant live stream that just got recently released. Not saying that Dokkan and FEH has a bad community, but in comparison to Fate Grand Order, they actually approach on a different aspect and the community go for different things. Grand Blue Fantasy, on the other hand, is a community that really likes to calculate the damage output they do in the game and can even talk about topics that should be esport worthy, is what I would say, but still a great community to approach to, and they even make fun stuff sometimes. It is something in my opinion that gets heavily overlooked because people just play the game without a community, which can feel quite lonely. And if your community is something for you, you will have a great time playing the game. So it is up to you what kind of community you would prefer. Now with that being said, you probably have played the game for a while, and you probably want to have a close community, not just something big just as Reddit or Facebook. So you just look for individual friends, which is a great thing to start. You will have a great time explaining each other stories of what kind of cards you have pulled, or how this and that boss was hard, or how you like the game for whatever reason. In the end, what matters the most is that you both have a great time telling each other anything. People are shy, but if you dare to challenge yourself to be the first one who do the step, there will be a chain reaction. And if the community is great,
I want to suck on
You leave Siegfried alone!
Oh god. Everything. Maybe that's what.
Gil
Maybe that's the kind of thing we had back in the old days.
I'm sorry.
regardless of what, a close community is always a great experience, no matter what kind of mobile game.
After I swear. Oh,
You died!
I thought I was easily amused.
Hey Gil. Hey Gil. You're caught.
The main reason I made this video is just to share.
And this is the fan base of Monaco Green.
Basically Fate Grand Order.
Yes.
And also to introduce people to gacha games. Well then, go ahead, start your own gacha games and then tell the community your story.